Well, apparently I'm on 1619 raw, so according to this, so maybe it's just. Hang on, let's bring up the display. I don't know if you actually see the display when I bring it up, or it just goes black for you or something. 1619S again. So there's obviously something wrong. I'm not getting what I'm asking for, basically, or it's not staying at what I'm asking for. So yeah, unless that's just a suggestion of what I should actually have it on. Oh, I've got a dog over there. But okay, this is 1619 raw, I think it is, but actually I think it's 1619S. Is that for scene mode or something? I don't know. As I said. Yeah. I think there should be a better way of doing instruction booklets. You know, this is basically, these are the step on one, focus, blah, blah, blah. You know, go through those basic things you need from, this is what you can have with focus, sort of thing. This is what you can have with luminosity, of the 30 different settings we have, these are the three basic ones we think you should have. This one when you're outside during the day with sunlight. You should have this one if you're trying to film at night, and you should have this one. Apart from that, stick to those for the first 4 weeks, and then after you've done those and got used to them, maybe you want to go to this one and this one and this one, and then explore the rest at your own leisure, sort of thing. Maybe that's the way they should do it. Rather than just offering you've got 32 settings, pick one, And what happens if you didn't have the experience of me having my old camera trying to find night scene foliage equivalent? If you've never even had a camera before, how the heck would you accidentally stumble across something, one node what you're searching for, and how to get there, sort of thing, I'm just going to go all through all 32 until I find something that's very close to what I had before, sort of thing. If you've never had a camera before. So I think instruction booklets could be a lot better. But what about the bark on this tree? Now, as you can see, as we go through the season, the bark just becomes absolutely brilliant. You haven't even seen wet bark yet. We have some really, really heavy pounding rain when the bark becomes wet. As I said, when things get wet, they become darker usually unless they're up against the sky like a towel on a washing line, something like that. So, look at that. And also, you've got the bark on the ground, of course. And when that becomes wet, that equally becomes spectacular. And you've got different types of bark as well. You got your basic 4 types of eucalyptus. Well, I would say there's probably about 6. But the bark on this tree over here is absolutely fantastic. And you can look at it and look at that up there. I mean, hopefully the camera is adjusting, but it's absolutely wonderful. And there you go, my hand. I should have bought something to a colour match colour comparison, shouldn't I? But the bark on the tree is fantastic. So anyway, I better get home soon because kids will be out of school in about an hour and a half, and it's not a good look being out here with in quotes, a high-powered camera. But you get all these different forms in the trees, the double boughs, the split double boughs, and you never know what you're going to get. I mean, Australia's a messy country, but we like it that way. The bush is messy. Okay, and you got the bark here. When this gets wet and that gets wet, it just totally looks different. Okay, well, here we go, the Sourbriar Creek as it opens up. A little mini floodplain sort of thing, but anyway. And there's the bike track. So we got some flowage, fellas. Well, pretty good flowage. But anyway, we'll keep going. Right, back to the track. Oh, I forgot when they put this track in. They put it in, quite a few years ago now. 5 years ago. I think it was an upgrade on a previous attempt they had earlier, about 2 or 3 years earlier. And then they went for this. I quite enjoy it actually. But I think it's been encroached because it seems like narrower than it used to be. I think it's been encroached. I don't know. Doesn't look like it's been encroached. But yeah, it seemed to be like a lot wider when I first put it in. But anyway, we'll see how we go. I don't know. You get a totally spitted up screen. I do. That would be one of the other functions of a large shroud. It would help to protect to some extent the spittage from the rain. I suppose I should have bought some sellotape. I've got to put it over the speakers here and see if that would solve the problem of the blue tack that doesn't work for this camera. It works for my old camera, but just putting out there, I think this company should use the same sort of speaker type that my old Panasonic had. They were perfect. As I said, the sound quality was the best thing about that camera. It was better than the image quality. It was absolutely fantastic. I could not fault it. Lovely stereo effects, birds flying overhead and things like that. Put your earphones on and it was like being there, sort of thing. So maybe they ought to think about copying the same style of speakers. I don't know why everyone just doesn't use the MIDI idea, Everything is connectable to everything else. You end up selling more product and everyone goes home happy, sort of thing. Yeah. None of this like my son had there, his little new thing he sticks in his new phone was slightly out by about a millimetre or something, so he had to go to the shop and have the bottom chopped off or something with some special device, something. Is that true, or do you think that's just the balls up in manufacturing? The whole thing with the phone, and ended up finding that the card that they actually designed, there's been some mistake in the software or something, and it was actually out by a millimetre, so they had to design this special device to chop the bottom off of all of them. So some plastics manufacturer or something made a fortune making up these little jigs, sending them out to all the phone shops and everything, just so they could cut this 1 millimetre off because there's some balls up in the system. Because I could not imagine that they would actually go to that extent just by changing the size of the thing just by 1 millimetre. So you had to get a specific type of card. I mean, that just piss everyone off, surely. You'd be forever talking about that brand, for the rest of your life, sort of thing. Remember that, the whatever brand it was. Remember that? So there'll be people in the old folks' home, still talking about that, if they can remember it, of course. Oh, here comes the rain. Wow. We got a wall of curtain of rain coming, or is that just the sound of the cars on the wet road over there? Yeah, I think it is. But anyway, it's a good test of the camera. I've got 6 minutes left, so basically I'll go ahead and dump this, and I think I'll wipe these clips. I mean, there's only test clips. Whether they can actually upload to YouTube, I don't know. Don't know when we're going to actually get to our first 4K test. I think that's going to be many months down the track, fellas. As I said, I thought, for my practice last night, I pressed the buttons and it comes up on the screen like you've said it the way you said it. When you actually go to press the recording button, it has a life of its own and decides, no, I don't want to really film in that. That's really pushing it. You're going to get true to life colour and absolute clarity. I don't want to do that. I'm going to automatically switch to something else unless you press some button before setting all those settings. that you spent, you know, half an hour reading a book, learning how to do those things. Oh no, I'm not going to let you do that. Anyway, time to walk back up, I think. Well, that looks good, and oh yeah. In comes the rain. Back vistas. Back vistas. I've noticed that's a lot with people. I've been watching clips up on YouTube and things like that. Even with Sarah Senior Northwest, they do the continuous pan. I think that's wrong. You should do, as I said, pan and pause, pan and pause, pan and pause. Gives the time for the camera to focus and for your eye to focus in on something. So just putting out to you fellas at Sarah Senior Northwest, pan and pause, panda pause, okay? So when you do those sweeping pans, pause occasionally so we can focus in on all the lovely little outbuildings you got there, you know, and have a bit of a dream, you know. Oh, what's in that building over there? Is he ever going to take the camera in that one over there? Yeah, just putting it out there. I mean, if you're not going to allow us to actually focus in on a distance thing, I see that caravan over there. If I went like this, like that, but if I go pause, you have time to focus in on that caravan up the top there, you know, and have a bit of dream about, oh, where's that caravan been? You know, have they changed the paint job in the past 5 years? You know, was it originally a blue one? You know, unless you can focus in on it, you're not going to be able to dream like that, are you? Anyway, just putting it out there to the boys in quote out at Cersei, you know, our favourite Mohican. And what is with the missing front tooth? Is there a story behind that I haven't picked up on? Do I have to go back through 5 years worth of stories to find out? Oh, I just knocked it out because I can play my flute better with a missing tooth. Well, it could be something like that, you never know. You haven't played Bach unless you've played it with a missing front tooth. Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, that's it, fellas. You can see the rain's coming in the distance. Probably the whole screen is totally smegged up and you're not seeing absolutely anything. But it'll be a good test for the centre spot colour and focus. Okay, over and out. See ya. With 3 minutes left on the card. Well, that's not too bad. 4/8 to 32. Yeah, okay.